Mangione charged in connection to the December 2024 execution killing of former United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in Manhattan. And Mangione facing life in prison if convicted. Criminal defense attorney Joseph Tully has been following this case closely to tell us a little bit of where things stand. What happened today in court, Joseph?
Sure. So today's appearance was a very routine appearance. As you're getting ready for a jury trial, a lot of times judges will set court dates just to kind of check in. You don't want to show up the last minute when the jury's ready to come in and discover a major issue that will lead to a delay or possibly, cause inconvenience to the jurors. So what they decided today, there's three takeaways. Number one, the judge decided that the juries will be anonymous. All jurors will be anonymous. The judge advised both counsel to get together and put together a questionnaire to show to the jury. And the third thing was the judge granted the defense request for an overflow room that will have a live feed of the trial as it's progressing.
Okay, so the thought that they had asked for this to be televised and streamed, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. Again, my guess on that was that they were kind of overshooting. They were asking for a live stream, not trying to challenge the law, but just offering it as a technical solution. Look, Judge, a lot of people are going to be interested in this. Let's do a live stream. That'll solve the problem of giving the public access to see this. But the judge said, no, I'm going to do an overflow room that'll have a live feed as kind of a compromise, whereas before it hadn't been listed. And so if that was their strategy, it worked.
So I suppose, could you say that the hearings that will precede the September trial is kind of laying the groundwork of the House rules, if you will, as to what's going to happen and what we can expect the start of trial?
Yes. So just like any business, sometimes a lot of times you'll have like a housekeeping court date where you kind of have these remaining issues. Hey, look, we're going to use a questionnaire. Prosecution, defense get together and come up with a questionnaire, and maybe they'll decide on something, or maybe they'll decide and have 80% of the questions, but they'll need the judge to finalize it. So today's appearance was just kind of, again, the judge ruled the jurors are going to be anonymous. So that means on the record, you can't refer to a juror by their name. You have to say, juror number 3, tell me about any biases you might have, for instance, in the voir dire process. And again, the questionnaire and then the overflow room.
This is pretty standard, though. I mean, is this any different to most trials?
Well, the difference with this trial is that there's intense public interest in this trial for many different reasons. So the overflow room wouldn't be an issue in a normal case. Let's say the little misdemeanor DUI in New York with nobody famous. The overflow room wouldn't be an issue. But with this trial, it is. Also, questionnaires are generally done for the more serious cases. So you don't normally do a jury questionnaire on, again, let's say a misdemeanor DUI, a petty theft offense. It's usually for a life case or a very intense case where there's a lot of public interest in it, for instance, here.
Right. So we'll lead up here to September. Not a lot left before trial starts. Is there anything that we should look out for before we get into that jury selection process?
Not that I'm seeing. I think the defense attorneys for Mr. Mangione are very good litigators. They do very good motions. I've read a lot of them in other cases, and their writing is very good. So I think if there were more pretrial motions, that they would have been filed. I think it looks to me like all roads are leading to jury trial right now, and the jury trial will start on time. I'm not hearing any chatter that there's any reason for a delay or either side is signaling, Judge, they're not ready yet. So I see the case proceeding to trial as planned.
All right, we'll be watching, and I hope following it closely with you, Joseph. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
House